Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Mental Misdeeds. We are 11 minutes late. We're usually late, but Facebook decided we weren't going to be able to post this week, so fuck it.
Yeah, I did a no-no, apparently. I had a post about the lockdowns and this man who was clearly in a gallows being hung, and they thought that I was suicidal. So I also cannot go live, and I cannot advertise for 25 days.
Because they're worried you're going to live stream you killing yourself, like a dark web red room. That's what.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're Looney Tunes over there.
They've banned me from going live and advertising and shit, and I didn't even think of that. What a fucking crock, man. What a load of bullshit. So
what if I was suicidal and I was trying to sell my shit? I need to be able to advertise it.
Yeah, you need to advertise it. Try to sell. Hey, TV for sale? Well, let me do marketplace postings. Yeah, all of a sudden I can't fucking buy. I can't search for toasters anymore. Like it's a whole crock of shit, man.
It's all bullshit.
Trying to take a quick bath with one. Do you want to do?
Let's play. We have a beautiful promo video for you guys.
And that's right. You can use the promo code MENTAL for, what is it, $10 off shipping? Yep.
$5 off shipping.
$5 off shipping. Okay, $5 off shipping. I'm not false advertising here. If you were on audio, that was an ad for Blood of Tyrants wine, brought to you by our good friend, Dan Behrman, Spirit of 1776.
That is correct.
So,
I
got two announcements. I guess should we just kick off right into it?
Might as well.
Rip the bandage off. Two announcements. Number one, I'm drinking a Malibu cocktail watermelon mojito.
Oh my god!
Because I thought it was a White Claw, and this shit tastes like ass.
It sounds like it. Honestly,
dude, it is like drinking a fucking cucumber. Like I didn't even. This is fucking disgusting. We used to take Mountain Dew Code Red and mix it with Malibu, and we called it Viking's Blood, and it was great. But I guess it's not with fucking piss in it. It doesn't taste good. So that's my first, most important announcement. No, but number two, this has been something that's been in the works for a little bit now. We decided last week had nothing to do with it. I had the stomach bug. I was sick. It wasn't COVID. That's fake. I can't catch it. Then I realized how I've never gotten COVID. So I just decided to stop believing in stomach bugs, and I was fine by Wednesday night. So, but no, so next week will actually be my last episode on this show. I have received an offer to join another streaming service it's called Outlaw Streamers. It's with some pretty cool people. I think we'll make a good team. So essentially what I'm going to be doing there is at first I'm going to start off. It's going to be because they've got a couple shows they're onboarding at the same time. So for the first month or two, while they're getting everything underway, I'm going to be doing pundit work, opinion pieces, little quick hitting videos and stuff like that. Maybe some man on the street type stuff. And then after that, we'll be kind of segueing into like a solo show, kind of a Steven Crowder, Matt Walsh type thing will be the vibe for it. It won't be live, but it'll be on Outlaw Streamers. You go follow them on Facebook now. If you want to follow me, continue to. I have definitely enjoyed my time on here. I have no ill will toward anyone. I don't want to see the show collapse or anything. So I'll still be there in the background to offer some help and stuff. And the show, you intend to keep it going, right?
I am not sure which direction.
Sure?
I'm actually fielding some offers myself. So I am definitely going to be taking a little bit of time off after next week to just take some time for me and enjoy the summer. And then I will figure out where I am going to end up and who I'm going to end up with.
Can you say who they're from?
No.
No? Okay. Can you tell me off the air?
Yeah.
Is it anybody I know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I figured. So yeah, so that's the future. We'll keep you guys posted no matter what, no matter where we go. It's big
Absolutely.
things.
And, you know, I wish Caleb the best of luck. This is a great opportunity for him, a paid opportunity for him.
Absolutely.
So
Eventually, not right away, but a segue into making some money. So yeah.
well, good.
But
that's what we all strive for. You know, we do this because we love it. And hopefully one day we get paid for it.
that's the ultimate goal.
And, you know, it's a hard road to travel when there is so many creators out there. So, you know, I wish you nothing but the best of luck, and I'm really, really happy for you.
I appreciate it. Well, it's a hard road to travel when there's so many creators and big tech has such a concerted effort to stifle everything you say and take your living away from you once you start making a living doing it. And it's very difficult to pull off. So I mean, anyone that can make a living doing, especially the way we do it, I mean, fucking best, you know, more power to you. I mean,
yeah, Jesus. Good luck. I mean, if you can make money and you get to say what you want to say, like, yeah, you've done something special.
Yeah, you did the right thing. No, it'll be cool. It'll be because I do a lot of the back end stuff on here too. It'll be cool to step away from the producing end of it and just do the on air stuff, which is something I've never been able to do. I'm not bitching. I don't mind doing production and stuff. It's not the worst thing in the world for me. But it's
but when you're small, it's all hands on deck. You know, everybody's wearing several hats.
It's a full-time job. Yeah, it's in its own. It's like having another job, literally. And it's yeah. So it'll be cool to be able to step away and just focus on being really good at one thing instead of being okay at a few things. So I'm really excited for that. As far as comedy, I don't think it's really gonna fuck with me too much there. So. But
that's cool. So you'll still keep doing everything. Your comedy stuff will still stay on.
Yeah,
the way it's going.
Yeah. No, that was that's what we talked about was doesn't affect me with as far as stand up is concerned at all. And we're gonna that won't really have much of an effect on anything. So
so you're doing a weekly show at first?
So it'll be like it'll be some smaller stuff at first while they get their other shows that they've already signed on up and running more smoothly. So what I'll be doing is like some, I'm just trying to think of who would be a good person to describe it as, like the people they'll have on, like they'll come on like on like Fox News or whatever. And they'll do like the little reports and opinion pieces about that. Barstool Sports has people like that. So I'll start off as doing that. And then eventually that'll hopefully that will segue into a full-time individual show for me. So I'm really, really pumped for that. So it'll be fun. So
you might eventually get to quit your day job.
Well, let's one thing at a time.
Okay.
One thing at a time. That's years away
the ultimate
for anybody.
goal, but that would be super cool.
Yeah, years away for all of us here. So that's ideally, no, that's the end game. I've made it clear. I think the game has changed. I think as a comedian, you have to be good at something else too. The day of the Dave Chappelle's is coming to an end, especially with this new generation. You can't just be funny on stage and expect to pay your bills for much longer. I think you've got to do something else, whether that be acting, whether that be a podcast, anything. You've got to be able to do something else. And if you look at guys like Tim Dillon, guys like Louis J. Gomez on the Legion of Skanks, people like that, what they've done is they've monetized their podcast to the point that's their primary source of income. And comedy basically just complements it, so it's not, so that they pay their bills on pot, and they still, just like me, do comedy just because they love it and for extra money, but that's not their primary source. But they still travel around and do stand-up and stuff. But your podcast is what promotes your stand-up to people, not vice versa, like it was even 5 years ago. So
yeah, isn't that crazy how it's changed completely, like flipped around?
The game's changed, man. You got to do something. I think the key is you got to do something different. If you're not super famous, you got to do something different than what anyone else is doing. So that's just kind of where it's at, man. So you got to make yourself stick out, and that's what we're trying. That's what the end game here is. So yeah, like I said, pay my bills doing shows. Honest to God, I like doing podcasts and stuff more than comedy. I love comedy, but I like doing this more. There's just, it's I can be more of me. Whereas, I mean, I'm on stage, I'm me, but I'm still kind of putting on an act for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're kind of a character persona of yourself.
Yeah, and it's a caricature of myself. It's not Andrew Dice Clay. You know, it's not a whole fake act that you fucking pig. No, it's not anything like that. So, I mean.
Oh my God. How you would get through 5 minutes of a show.
Oh
today.
God. Could you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Oh
my God, no.
They'd
be throwing shit at him. Knives and shit.
Itsy bitsy spider. Hey, bitch. Fucking classic. Now, Legion of Skanks had a challenge they did where the listeners would record themselves talking like Andrew Dice Clay to their wife or girlfriend, but the woman couldn't know it. Like, go take the trash out, you fucking pig. So yeah, that was.
I don't know how I would react if my husband talked to me.
I think Mia would just cry. Mia would just cry if I talked to her like that. There's no doubt.
Well, it would be so out of character. I think I would have to laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
What the fuck? Whatever.
That's exactly it. That's not her personality. She would shut down if I did that. I was not even going to try and do that with her.
Yeah, it would be mean instead of funny.
So, that was the other thing that was my announcement. Watermelon mojito. So that was the thing I wanted to ask. Was it your post that got us banned, or was it that non-binary thing that we posted to Facebook that got like thousands of shares?
I got the big red no banner on my thing that
it must
says,
be you.
Yeah.
I know we triggered somebody. James Greenswait.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. It's some bald guy with a pedophile mustache. Was really upset.
He's upset about a pedophile post?
No, he's upset about our non-binary posts. Calling yourself non-binary categories everyone into binary or non-binary, creating a binary system, which then again makes you binary. He says, sorry, that's not how it works. And someone said, how does it work? I'm not being a dick, just asking. And he goes, binary equals, the idea there is only male and female. Non-binary. And then it's this like 3-paragraph essay about what non-binary is. So
That's cool, bro, but I'm not reading all that.
Right. No, I replied. I took a screenshot of his comment and I scratched out the whole non-binary part with just white marker from the Snapchat app. And then I just wrote fake. And I said,
I saw that.
Fixed it for you. And he goes, all you did was cover up realities you can't cope with. Typical conservative, nothing new. And I said, we could have put mental illness, but we wanted to be nice.
We're nice here, at least.
Yeah. He said, lying. He said, and you still would have been wrong. But again, reality was never a friend to conservatives, to which I said, lying won't bring your hair back. And I'm like,
and it's funny how they think that like calling us conservatives is like this dig when really neither one of us identify that way.
I don't really identify as anything. I mean, I'm probably center right if you put me on a spectrum, but yeah, like I don't identify as anything like that. I certainly don't identify as non-binary. At least conservatism is real.
Right? At least we can
yeah, at least it's something that, you know.
Speaking of non-binary, did you see the news on Demi Lovato?
I don't pay attention to anything that woman does, and yes, she's a woman. So,
well, now she's going to go. She's starting to feel more feminine these days, so she's going to start using she/her pronouns again.
So, in other words, she hasn't been in the news for like a month, and her manager gave her a ring and went, "Hey, Demi, you need to get back in the news. It's either
irrelevant, fatty.
It's either another overdose or you change your pronouns again. What are you doing?"
How many times have they shot her up with that fucking
Narcan?
Narcan. Don't you get immune to that after a while?
I don't know. I imagine it's just like Plan B for junkies. So it's like, I imagine it works. Maybe sometimes it takes 2 shots, but I don't know. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, sometimes, you know what? Maybe save the Narcan for
else. It's like I said, we watched the documentary about her, and the woman's a goddamn idiot. I didn't know anything about her, and we watched the Hulu documentary, and like, you know, at first it's like, yeah, she's doing all this great shit, blah blah blah, I'm sober, blah. I'm off the drugs. And then she's like in the first episode, it's what, 5 or 6 episodes. And halfway through it, you're rooting against the paramedics. You're like, no, can you guys stop at a Wendy's before you go? Like, hey, I think you hit a squirrel on the way over. That might need some attention first.
Oh my God. I'm sorry Mia put you through that because I did not put myself.
I quit watching.
I wasn't gonna.
No, I quit
and I
watching.
can watch that shit for free, and I didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, we have Hulu. It was free on Hulu, but I quit. I was like, no, I'm done. I can't watch this idiocy. No, she's just so stupid. And then in the very end, she's like, yeah, I don't. I'm California sober. So she didn't even stop using drugs. They made said that means you smoke weed and drink and do other drugs when you're out partying with your friends or when you feel like it. So really, she's not sober at all. There's nothing sober about her. She
Those
still does
drive me crazy.
She just didn't do hair. She doesn't do heroin anymore. So by that logic, I'm sober.
I'm sober. I've been 100% sober my whole life.
Sober my entire life. I'm going on 26, almost 27 years sober in December. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, sober as I drink my rum. So yeah, it's a waste of time. It doesn't even achieve what it sets out to, what it says it's going to, what it's about. So we watched it. It's just crap. And I can't.
Why is it all about her? It's supposed to be her journey through recovery or whatever.
There was no recovery. You stopped doing one drug, and you probably replaced it with more drugs of a different type. Yeah, it's called attention. Is the drug she's replaced it with? She's just an addict.
She's a high profile addict. There, they all are. You know, people like that drive me crazy. I know somebody who says that, they're sober or whatnot. And then they go on IG and do these rituals where they're taking psychedelics.
You're not sober.
Puking into a bucket and, for 3 hours. Sorry, that is a psychedelic drug you're taking.
Right. See,
you're not sober.
They're peyote trips.
I understand that it can have healing properties, and I'm totally on board with that. But you're not sober if you're doing that. Tim
Dillon used to have a bit about that, about how people from California will say they're sober, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm sober. I just smoke weed sometimes, and I'll drink when I go out with my friends. Mushrooms. I'll take those sometimes. I'm into peyote. I'm a shaman. But so now it's like." The problem specifically with younger people in their mid-20s, early 30s is, I'm not even going to say specifically. I would almost wager to say exclusively. Sobriety has become a fashion trend with a lot of people, and that are specifically in my age demographic, like younger millennials, and older Gen Zs even. Sobriety has become a fashion trend because I cannot tell you how many people I know that made the fact they were sober their entire personality at age like 20, 22.
Jesus.
That was their whole personality. That was 6 years ago. And now if you look on their Instagram story, it's all them at the club throwing back shots. It was I understand. I'm not
that's
ignorant.
That's a pretty young age to say, I'm never, ever drinking again. Ever, ever, ever.
I mean, look, we've all had those hangovers, but we never mean it. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, we've all had those hangovers. We're like, no, I'm done. This is it. I'm done. But, give it a day or two. You're fine. But yeah, I mean, and that's not to say addicts don't relapse, but I've just noticed that a lot of the people I know, like my parents' age that are sober, that have stopped using alcohol or drugs, they don't talk about it a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
personality trait.
No, it's not their person or even their whole personality. They don't talk about it a lot. It's something that's very personal to them. It's not something that they want to share with the specifically social media. Oh, I'm 7 months sober. You don't need to post that on Facebook. I understand you should be proud of it. You should be, but it doesn't need to go on Facebook. It really doesn't. And that's what I've noticed is they will share this and the whole world needs to know. And then in 9 months, they're, doing belly shots off some nasty bitch in a club. And it's just like clockwork. And the people that I know that are older and sober, you don't hear about it on social media every day. That's not a thing even remotely. I mean, that's not. So yeah, it's just, Demi Lovato. She used to be hot. Now she looks like Macho Man Randy Savage. So,
dude, she used to be so cute.
It's they, them, brother. Oh my god. Oh yeah, fuck that. I remember that. Things went downhill for Owen Wilson after Marley and Me. When they caught him on that video there. So I want to play the first video clip we got. So there was this was on my TikTok. I had a video. Those of you that follow me on there, there was a video of a guy. It went a little viral. The ATF came to his house, and this is illegal. They can't be doing this. Yeah. This is the new thing. The Biden administration. The ATF came to his house, knocked on his door, said, hey, we got records. So they go and they shake the gun stores down. And they get these. They say, hey, we got record that these guns were bought under your name. We just wanted to make sure it was actually you. It wasn't like a straw purchase or someone stealing your identity. That's their foot in the door, right? That's the wolf from Little Red Riding Hood dressed up as grandmama, right? So they'll do that. It's really just to take inventory of who's buying what. That's all it is. So they've been doing that. Well, this guy and the guy in the video that I showed on TikTok had the conversation. He's like, yeah, I bought these. He was talking to him through the door, and it was all on his Ring camera. Wrong thing. They don't have a warrant. You don't need to talk to them at all. No. Like, there's no reason. They have every right to talk to you that the door-to-door lawn care salesman has if they don't have a warrant.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
The Jehovah's Witnesses have, so that's what happened. So this guy took it a little bit differently. The guy in this video, ATF, same thing, showed up at his house, knocked on his door, said, hey, we got a report you bought these guns. We just wanted to make sure it was you, blah, blah, blah. And instead of talking to them, he said, okay, I'll go get it. And he went back and he called the cops, the local cops, and said, hey, there's someone at my door saying they're pretending to be a cop and they're asking to see my guns. Can you like send somebody down here? Like, I feel like I'm being cased or something. So the cop sent someone down, and here's what happened. This is Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, this is news to share video? Sweet. Mm-hmm. That's Ford Fisher.
Yep.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands.
Oh, God, I love this.
Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
I'm a federal agent.
917-110-3.
Federal agent.
Get on the ground.
I'm a federal agent.
First off, I'm not getting on the ground. That's a good way to get either tased or shot. Like, just saying.
Show me your ID when I got here. Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
He is at 335. Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
On that 10-8.
Not getting on the ground.
Well, then stay where you're at.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Fine. Why do you got to make this harder than it is?
Listen,
the balls on this guy.
I know.
I have no problem making this.
If a guy's pointing a gun at me, I'm going to do what he says.
Exactly. Whether he's a cop or not. And the thing is, these ATF agents feel like they're above the law, and this guy gets what's coming to him. Like they feel like they're God under this administration. They can do whatever they want. And he gets what's coming to him. So
you're the overreacting.
I'm not overreacting. We got a call that someone's impersonating a police officer out here who doesn't have ID.
No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it.
Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening.
Okay, fine. Fine. Do you find I think I'm a police officer or something? What the heck's the matter with you? Who do you think you are? Get on the ground.
I'm not getting on the ground. I'm not getting
91.7 and pulling up.
I got my ID.
Do not reach for your waist. Keep your hands up.
Why would I have an old agent?
So this ATF agent is a cop. He knows the protocol. Like, this is a real cop. He pulled up in uniform in a cruiser, a marked cruiser. Like, this is a real, how to react to cops. Again, he thinks he's God. They think that they can do whatever they want with no consequences.
I'm a federal agent, he says over and
agent.
over.
I'm not getting on the ground. No.
I'm a Fed boy.
Well, unfortunately for you, I guess, we still have, separation of powers in this country. There's still local authority.
Sir! Don't argue. Face down on the ground. Face down now.
This guy doesn't take a shit.
You guys are making a big mistake.
Fine, we'll settle that second. Settle that. Face down now. All the way down. All the way. all the way.
You got my IDs right here, left pocket.
And we're going to put your arm behind your back,
Wait
sir.
a sec.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a
No,
moron.
Wait a second. Stop. Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my
Yeah, his medical condition is he's a bitch.
We're getting you. Please, wait. No, whoa. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Please, sir. I'm
resisting.
I'm not.
Stop resisting.
Would you
now.
please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop.
I'm begging you. My wife's pregnant. Please.
See what he's
My
doing.
wife's
What he's doing right now is what he's doing right now is he's reciting everything that people have said to him while he was abusing them in his custody. So
I'm
he's
hyperventilating while I yell at you.
Yep,
I have a medical condition. My wife's pregnant, even though she's nowhere in this vicinity. It has nothing to do with this.
What does your wife have to do with this? Are you pregnant? Well, I guess men can get pregnant. It's 2022, so.
But he did say his wife, so not him. He's not fucking pregnant. What does it matter?
He could identify as his wife, so.
It's right here.
Resist.
Please get it. Wait, sir, help me up. Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do this. Wait. Sir!
Stop resisting now.
Please help me. Sir, please get my
taser out.
my federal creds.
Get your taser out, Joe.
No, don't do that, please. Sir,
Don't make me tase
You're
you.
going to get tased. Put your right arm behind your back.
Okay.
Put your right arm behind
Help
your
me
back.
up.
Now.
Help me up.
No, you're going to stay on the ground and put your right arm behind your back.
Let me
No,
breathe.
he just
Let me
was
breathe.
his
I'm
face.
gonna.
It's fine.
I'm gonna. Ow, don't do that. Okay, here. My God,
Get him cuffed.
it is cuffed. Please stop.
Get him cuffed.
Please stop, sir. Wait a second. Sir, please help me up. Please. I'm a federal agent. My God, my gun, my
You have
pistol.
no idea what you are, acting the way you are.
Sir,
Who the heck do you think you are, acting like
nobody. I wanted you to see my goddamn creds. The lady was freaking out, for Christ's sake. Oh,
So yeah, and he is now.
As she should.
He
As
is now.
she should. You came to her house to accost her about her fucking weaponry. Fuck yourself.
So now he's suing those two officers and the police department.
Good luck,
For
buddy.
abuse. Like, no, dude, the only abusive one was you. You shouldn't have. What do they always say? You shouldn't have been there. Oh, well, apparently that applies to feds too. So,
Or maybe, you should have complied with any of the many orders that they gave you.
that's
Just
the
one.
thing. Is it's like, dude, even my thing. I'm far from a bootlicker, but like when they got
Guy
guns
got a gun.
and tasers pointed at you, you're kind of at their mercy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can be a dickhead and stuff, and maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But like at the end of the day, man, it's let them don't just let them cuff you and shut the fuck up and call a lawyer. If you're
Right,
not
you
doing
fight
anything
the
wrong,
shit in court, not in the
Yeah.
street.
you'll get out of it because
you're
you're
not a gangbanger. You
Yeah.
fight police in court.
you're
not
not
in
you're
the street.
you're not gonna win a fight with the cops in the street. You're just not.
Ever,
even
ever.
if you win, you're gonna lose even more. Because what are you gonna beat a
Exactly.
cop's ass or kill him? Oh, great, yeah, there you go. Like unless it's a lifer. I mean, unless you've got a cop that's truly just off the wheels, like I came to work wanting to kill somebody today. I mean, that's the exception, but that's far and few between. So specifically not in Uvalde, that doesn't happen. But where they, put hand sanitizer
They
on
don't
and
call
play
it
Angry
work.
Birds.
They call it hanging around with their
Yeah.
buddies, I think. I don't
They
know.
play Angry Birds. I'm surprised that nobody cracked a thing of Coors Light while in that hallway.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it's shocking that they didn't bring out coolers. That truly is, every time you drink it, an awful looking drink. Like every time they try to can a mixed drink, it goes so poorly.
So what's funny is I like these, like as a drink, as a standalone drink.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Not
if it was poured.
Not like this at all. Like this.
Yeah, you cannot can a mixed drink. It just doesn't work.
But I opened it, and we're trying to be less wasteful, so it kind of is what it is. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
And the more you drink it, the less it tastes like asshole. I can imagine.
It does. It tastes more like piss than asshole. So, I mean, what can you do? But yeah. So you sent me a whole slew of links today. I haven't had a chance.
Oh, dude.
I was following the Alex Jones trial live on Facebook, on YouTube.
I watched what I could of the link that you sent me. I went back and found where he was, and it wasn't very long, and it didn't cover very much. So I'm excited. I hope that they continue to cover that trial. But
yeah, he'll be back tomorrow.
They're suing him for $150 million.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Give me a fucking break.
it's at a point where it's like, I mean, what's more disgraceful, what he did or trying to make millions of dollars off of your dead children?
Your dead children. Yeah, that's
Like,
disgusting.
It's almost at a point
stand
where
on their grave with a piggy bank. I mean,
right.
gross.
Well, I mean, like these parents are if not already there, rapidly approaching a point where they're no better than him, if not worse.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he said some fucked up shit. Sure.
But he also apologized.
He's
He said,
apologized for it. He said he was wrong. Whether you want to accept it or not, it doesn't really matter. But it's very, very clear they just want a payday. That's very clear.
And the thing that's also sick and sad is Alex Jones has more journalistic integrity in his little pinky than the entire establishment media has in their entirety. At least his stories have truth and merit. You know, he backs his shit up. He's the type of person that if he says something, he has researched it.
Yeah, he may have researched it in the wrong places, but
right, yeah, except for maybe the Sandy Hook thing. But you know, the majority of the time, the guy's fucking right.
Well, you saw him on Rogan; they'd pull it up, and it was true. The stuff he was saying, you know, and it's. I mean, and unlike most of, if the regular mainstream media were to get something wrong that poorly, they wouldn't apologize. Do you think Wolf Blitzer and Larry King and Bill O'Reilly have apologized for the hundreds of thousands of dead Americans and Iraqis due to their lies about the weapons of mass destruction? Of course not. Why? I mean, that's way worse than what Alex Jones did. Sorry. Yeah, it was fucked up what he did. Where he really fucked up. He could have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling grieving parents. But no, he could have gotten away with it if the one thing that fucked him was where he told people to go investigate it. And he started name dropping and doxing these people. That's where he fucked up. If he would have, he didn't say it was, he never said that it didn't happen. He said it was a false flag. It was a hoax. And that's Alex Jones for the government had something to do with it. He wasn't saying that it didn't happen. He was saying that, you know, that there was nefarious characters behind the scenes at play.
And he was saying in court today, this is why he is not touching like the Uvalde story, like not with a 10-foot pole.
He said that while he was like ranting about it, he couldn't help it in court.
I know.
Did you see?
And the judge is like, hey,
the police has come out and said, you know, they don't know what happened. I've left it alone, even though there's all these red flags about it.
You do a really good Alex Jones. You've got to get in that throat.
I've practiced. Yeah, I've practiced. I've years and years of practice, and my voice has evolved with his. So, but
he's so gravelly.
Oh, it is. It's perfect for radio, just like the old school Art Bell. Like, So, but yeah, no, if he wouldn't have done that, he could have gone on the air and said it never happened, and they couldn't have done shit to him because you'd have to prove intent to cause damage.
So who did he dox, or whose names who were he dropping? Like
the parents of the dead kids, which were on the news, but he was going out of his way to make it this, and this, and he told his supporters, he did tell them, go investigate these people, see if it's real. Like that's where he fucked up, was he incited people to go do it. Because I mean, it's freedom of speech. You can spread conspiracy theories. That's not illegal. But it's when you intent to cause damage and harassment and terrorize people like that is where
it's because he's a public figure and he has so much pull. So like the people that like, remember when Shia LaBeouf was flying that weird flag or whatever somewhere in a remote area, and the people on 4chan found it within like a couple of hours of doing research and looking at maps and weather and whatnot. So I think it's kind of I forgot where I was going with all of that.
What doxing?
So yeah, the doxing and the looking out. So it's because he's a public figure. If you or I, who we can't really claim to be public figures at this level, really. Yeah. But if we were like, hey, you know, I've seen this same person at this shooting, and this shooting. They're always the crisis people being interviewed. Don't you think that's a little fishy? Like, I think that's fair.
That does happen.
Yeah, we've all seen the pictures.
It's clear. It's clearly the same people, and I don't think that means that the shooting didn't happen. I think the
And
two things can coexist. I think the shooting
Right.
can happen and the government or, who knows what foundation or whatever can send people to go, kind of stir the pot.
And I think it's also really interesting. Didn't they bulldoze that school shortly after the shooting? And same with Uvalde. Aren't they planning on demolitioning that same school?
Did, but I think that's I think that's more reasonable. I think that's they didn't want to. It'd be hard to go to school like that. You know what I mean? It'd
Did
be
they
hard.
Demolish Columbine? Did they
I don't
demolish
know.
any of the other fucking schools that they've had shootings at? That seems weird and wasteful as
I
fuck.
think that one was Sandy Hook was particularly bad though, because a lot up until that point, a lot of the school shootings you had it wasn't as big of a. It was like high school and there were some bullying things going on, but a lot of it was targeted events. Like my high school was a targeted event. They went after one or two principals, and anything after that was collateral damage. This was a dude just going there and mindlessly slaughter elementary schoolers. I can understand, as a parent, when you want to send your kid back to school. Maybe
it's a building where something happened.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
tough. It's still the mental. I don't know. But that's don't send it to public school. Just be better off.
Yeah, public school bad.
Bad. And that's teachers are quitting. That's why
darn, are they quitting? We're having shortages.
Yeah, they can't groom your kids anymore. They're not allowed to groom children anymore. So I bet the majority of them are quitting in Florida, Texas, where they can't have kids anymore. Shame.
Well, shit, even here we're having a teacher shortage. I saw OPS, Omaha Public, and I'm like, too bad, so sad.
That's another one.
What's going to happen? I honestly just don't give a fuck. I hope all these parents send their kids to charter schools and start homeschooling or, private or whatever.
That's what's on the increase, man. Homeschooling is blown up, and I know a lot of people are mad. There's a lot of public school teachers are mad about that, but it's the same thing, man. It's like,
oh please, I know a public school
can't get
teacher
mad
that
at Popeyes.
homeschooled until she could get a scholarship for her kid to get into private.
Yeah,
what fucking hypocrites?
Right. Well, it's competition. If you don't like competition, do better at your fucking job. KFC don't get mad at Popeye for opening up down the street. You know what I mean?
Right?
It's the same thing.
Competition.
If you make a better,
they have a shitty product, and it's not getting any.
Well, dude, that's the thing. What does this say about how bad the public school system is? Your product is free and you can't sell it.
Nobody wants free. Your shit for free.
Dirt cheap after and before daycare. You allow parents to have 2 full-time jobs and a place to send their kids, have to pay a bunch of money, and you still can't sell it. You're still going down in this shit economy where no one has any money and people are maxing cards just to drive and go to the grocery store. You can't sell a free product in that economic climate. You deserve to go under. Period. We wouldn't have this sense of sympathy for Walmart if they went out of business. For this, we wouldn't. Would you care if it was a private school that was going under? No. So did I give a fuck? Schools are finally, for the fraud that they are, the whole product. It does nothing perpetuate the will of state and feed the educational industrial complex. We're finally waking up and be like, nah, I'm out. I'm gonna teach my kids what I want to.
Your overlords are not going to teach you how to overthrow them. And I think that needs to be bolstered and remembered over and over and over again by parents, especially now, especially with the indoctrination that we see all the way up through the universities, people sending their kids off for 4 years and coming back a completely different person than they can even recognize. So yeah, I don't care, and I want the Department of Education to go under. I think public education should be just halted altogether immediately.
Absolutely. I don't know about immediately, but I think eventually that would be a good long-term goal.
Give vouchers.
That's one way. I I think
you
that
know,
would be a good.
so that way that your people are already paying into taxes into public education. So
Sure.
instead of them having to settle for whatever school's down the street, give them a fucking voucher and let them go to whatever school they want. If it costs more than the voucher, it's up to them.
All for it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's I think they've come so close to passing that here in Nebraska so many times. But Justin Wayne, who was a Democrat, was the one that was pushing that the hardest.
Really?
He's a black guy, a Democrat in North Omaha. And his thing was, he's like, look, I understand I'm parting with my party here on this, and I understand it's going to catch me a lot of BS, but I would dare any of my Democratic counterparts to send their kids to school in my district, to a school in my district, and tell me that we don't need a voucher system, and tell me that that's where you'd be comfortable with your kids going to school if you didn't have or if you had other options.
When I was in second grade, I lived in Northwest Omaha, but they had a integration program going on. This was in the early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aging myself here. So half of my second grade class was bused to the literal.
We had that in
ghetto.
my high school. We were the open enrollment school when I was in high school.
Well, no, it was forced. Like, I didn't have a choice. I couldn't go to the school down the street. I had to be bused across fucking town into the depths of North Omaha to Lothrop. And like, it was scary, you know?
Yeah.
And we're picking up kids like in rural areas. So I'm on the bus for over an hour each way, when normally I would walk the fucking school in under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And, you know, be done. One time I fell under the school bus in the, it was icy. And did the school bus driver help me? No.
Of course not. No, they don't care. They're not going to get off. They get sued if they get off.
I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, you know, I'm getting bussed across town because, you know, we've got to integrate, even though it's 1980, whatever. And my parents moved to this neighborhood so that I could go to this school.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was
very scary going
justice.
to a North Omaha school.
In the name of social justice. That's what's important. You should have.
If they're not going to improve the schools in North Omaha, then the kids should have the choice to go to a different school if their parents are willing to take them there. Completely
agree. And that includes private or homeschool if they can afford it with the vouchers. So, yeah, I mean, it's there's nothing to get mad about. You don't like it, provide a better product. And the people that bitch the most are the administrators, who are honestly the biggest problem. These people that get paid six-figure fucking salaries every year, and they never interact with children. They're not actually in the school. They sit in an office 30 minutes away. And that is where it's so lopsided. There is this much, you know, the administration is huge, and then there's this much teachers. And this much kids. So they really don't need that much administration, but every job that they get increases the budget. And once you increase the budget for your, you know, federal department or your governmental department, it's very hard to give those funds up. So you just keep adding and adding. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, we tried this position for a few years. We don't really actually need it. Fuck it. No, they're not going to give those dollars away. Government works the same. All government works like that. Just worthless jobs that people don't need. And they've been there for too long and they can't fire them.
There's too much administration. You know, they were talking a few years ago about putting some new home for kids, like wayward kids downtown. It was going to cost like $6 million. And it was a facility for like 40 kids. And they were going to have like 80 or something administrators in there. What the fuck for?
Yeah,
2 per kid? Are you kidding me?
What a fucking joke. Oh my God.
Luckily, I haven't heard word one about it since, so that got squashed. So luckily, we're not footing the bill for that bullshit here, but they tried it.
Yeah, what a joke! Oh my God, I think it all just blows back to Demi Lovato. I think she's to blame for all this. I should start calling her they now that she's back to she. Like I finally turned over a new leaf.
Nope.
I'll start honoring your pronouns now that that's not what you want to be called anymore.
No, I'm sorry, Caleb, that won't work. She's going to buy both.
Oh fuck! God damn it! I saw she wanted to. She felt that she could communicate with ghosts.
Shut the fuck up.
No, she felt.
What do they call themselves?
She felt their trauma for them. She thought she was a psychic.
She's such a feeling person. We have to like her.
Maybe
we must.
You just abuse drugs really bad, and that's you've got some mental problems.
Mental issues.
I see. That's what I don't understand, man. Is this with Demi Lovato? It's respect her pronouns. She's so stunning and brave. I'm like, dude, she didn't start doing this shit. You notice how she wasn't non-binary until after she got off an 8-year drug bender. Like maybe that's got something to do with it.
Completely irrelevant in the news. Yeah.
Like if someone, like if one of my friends abused drugs for 8 years, and then right as soon as he got off him, he comes up to me, he's like, man, I think I'm a superhero. I wouldn't have taken him seriously. I would have been like, no, we need to get you some help. Like I wouldn't have why do we take this seriously? So why should she be taken seriously? Because fucking
no, you'd be like, hey
Hollywood.
buddy, let's go talk to some professionals and get you some help. I care about you, and you're obviously not right up here, so let's get that figured out for you.
Right? Yeah, it's just like, God, I don't know. She drives me crazy, man. I try to avoid any mention of her in the news. I'm out. I don't.
So she popped up on my Google feed or whatever. That's the only reason. Or no, actually that tweet popped up in my feed, and so I went and got the article and read it. But what I also found out, this is old, but because I was looking up Nancy Pelosi, her going to Taiwan, what I think is really funny is that Biden is like, I don't want you to go, but I won't say no, but I must isolate because I have the corona breakthrough again and again and again. I must isolate. That's what we're calling it because I can't do my own job.
Yeah, no. But he sounded rough, man.
When I was looking into her, I came up on this article about her husband getting the DUI a couple months ago or whatever.
Oh, Pelosi's husband, yeah.
Yeah, you know what he pulled out? This motherfucker, when he got pulled over and he was asked for his ID, he pulls out a California Highway Patrol charity card. Like he's like this big donor to the Highway Patrol. Oh my God. Instead of his fucking ID.
Thinking that'd get him away or get him he'd get away with it.
And I didn't realize this. He didn't get fucking pulled over. He got in a fucking car accident. He hit another guy in an SUV.
Yeah, it wasn't like he swerved over. Yeah.
And so apparently
and then he got off. He didn't go to jail.
And he had a fucking another drug in his system. He had to spend the night. He didn't get bailed out till the next day.
Yeah, but he's not doing any time for it. It's like it's nothing.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And of course, Nancy is distancing herself. She will not comment on it. She was on the other side of the country. She has no idea.
Yeah.
But they're millionaires. Why don't they have a fucking driver?
Or call an Uber. It's like $25. You can't afford an Uber?
I can't stoop down to an Uber.
Yeah.
Okay, so call a fucking limo service or car service. Like, fuck, you have enough money with your insider trading, you motherfuckers.
Especially in California, they have services for people like that are more discreet. So it's not, Kenji from Africa picking you up, giving you a ride, because you know how those people get around minorities. They don't want to be around them.
They get very, very uncomfortable because, they
specifically immigrants. Yeah, so they don't want to be around
what's better for them.
So, but no,
even though they don't want them in their cities, they know how to bet that immigrants.
Yeah, they need to be in Texas and Arizona and New Mexico, places like that. Not actually in my city.
You're overrunning our services. We can't possibly take care of this many immigrants. Oh, but they should? Oh, okay. I see how it works.
Speaking of my city, I guess it's not my city anymore. Gene Stothard had a meltdown on TV the other day. Let me see if this is the right video here.
Damn, I missed it.
Because she wants to work remotely, right? So
fuck her.
She wants to work remotely because her new husband lives in St. Louis. And she wants to be going down there all the time. So
nah, bitch. Nah, you gotta live here.
Right. So God, I want to find the video.
Sorry, you're the mayor of this town. You gotta live here and deal with the citizens here.
Right.
You take your ass down to the courthouse to your office every fucking day like you do every other fucking year. I don't care that you killed your husband so that you could get back together with your high school
allegedly killed her husband. Allegedly killed her husband. I will be the first one interviewed in the Netflix documentary about that when it happens. She was let me see if this is the video. It's Gene Stothard's lengthy absentee record.
Oh God.
Mia's brother showed it to me the other day. She was like screaming on the phone about this, about how it's ridiculous that she can do the same job remotely that she could in her office, and it's fucking, I hope this is it.
Please
Yeah,
be
she
it. I
wants
want it to be it so bad. I want to hear it.
Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. All right.
Does she know it's being recorded?
No, she called. This was like her interview. She knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she knew all about it. Here, I'm like 90% sure this is it. Here we go.
I'm on business travel.
There we go.
That washed out cars in the old market last August.
Whether I'm on business travel or personal travel, it's the same. I can still make decisions. I still understand how to be mayor, and it doesn't matter whether I'm in my desk or sitting on my phone, as I am right now in Cincinnati visiting my son.
During
that
these
wasn't
11
it.
occasions,
Damn it. Let me see. Is there another? Did they cut back to her? No, they don't have it, dude. She was yelling and screaming. It is ridiculous that I don't have to. It was, God. She probably had like killed the person that posted it, so or threatened them or something like that. But
he's probably been fired and doxxed, and he's on his way to a suicide.
Oh yeah, he'll commit shoot himself in the back of the head 3 times.
Yeah.
But
typical. That's how we all do it, right?
I am serious. I made the announcement last Thursday to 4 people that I will. If she runs for a 4th term, I will run against her. As I've
heard that before. I'm going to hold you to it.
See, here's the thing. I won't turn down help when people offer to go get the signatures for free for me. So that's the difference between me
and
the last person.
Which I did to the last person who said they were going to do this.
That's the difference between me and the last person that said it. 1,000 signatures? I could get like 5 people to post up at Walmart with me and get on. It's $100 and 1,000 signatures to get on the ballot. That's easy.
That's nothing.
But not only that, they have to let you on the debate stage if you make the ballot. So that's my goal. I want her to refuse to share a stage with me. I think that's the fun way to play things. I am going to get her to refuse to share a stage with me. On the debate stage for Omaha mayor. So that's a waste. That's a waste.
Like you debate her would be fucking epic.
That's the thing. I would just fuck with her. Like, do I know about the city budget? No, but I know you killed your husband. Like, it's like, no, I don't know that. It's a joke, satire, comedy podcast. I can say whatever I want.
Yes.
Don't go to your house and investigate. I don't want to get in the Alex Jones thing here. Don't go do that.
No, and I don't think it's right that people protest at her house when they're mad at her about things. Protest at her fucking office. Her family and her neighbors didn't sign up for this shit. They don't want.
Her husband certainly didn't sign up for this. The new one does. So rumor has it that because she was on the city council for like 1 term. The rumor is she like got a little wasted one night and like jokingly like threw her name in the hat for mayor, and that's how this whole thing started. No proof of that. That's just what I've heard. It's what I've been told. Don't have any evidence. It's probably not true, but that's what I've been told about.
That would be really funny. But no, I was gonna say I got invited to a Republican Douglas County Republican meeting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh God, this is gonna be really weird, but I'll go, And they start their meetings with first a prayer.
Yep.
And secondly, the pledge. And I'm texting, at the time I was the Douglas County chair of the Libertarian Party. Yeah. And I'm texting my secretary. I'm going, I hope no one's looking at me. My jaw is on the floor. I can't believe what I'm seeing. They're praying. Why are they praying at a political thing? Like, this is weird. Okay. Anyway. So me and Jean happened to be at that meeting to give her pre-state of the city address that she was planning on giving the next day. Mm-hmm. And she was talking about how we had a huge budget surplus.
Yeah.
And how we were hiring all these new cops. And
I'm going to go build on a park.
God, I wanted so badly to stand up and ask questions because she did field questions. But since I'm not a Republican, it's not my meeting. I didn't feel like I had a leg to stand up and be like, hey, I want to be like, so why did we hire so many new cops? You know, did a bunch of cops retire and quit? Did a bunch of people move to the city? Like, why? You know, and where's all this money coming from, and why isn't it being put towards you know, other things? You know, why is our roads under construction?
Why do my roads look like
anytime they can be
war-torn
weather
Ukraine?
permits?
Yeah, what?
You know, why aren't you hiring people that use cement that lasts for more than a year and a half?
Right.
I don't know. We could start there.
Well, that would.
So, but it was interesting, and you know, I felt really bad because some of the kids from YAL had been invited as well, and I love YAL kids. They're fun guys, you know. They're liberty lovers, and we got to talking and shooed out of the room because, you know, people couldn't hear the speaker. So when they were announced to come up on stage, they were out in the hall talking to me.
Oh, nice.
I am the worst influence. And then I got to talk to fucking her campaign manager. He was insulting as fuck.
Who's her campaign manager?
I don't know. This dude who is like just so far up his own ass. And
hold on one second. Hello?
Are you taking a phone call?
Okay, I'll see you in a minute. I love you.
Oh my God.
It was Mia. I didn't know if it was like an emergency. She was just calling me to tell me she was on her way home. I didn't know if it was like an emergency or something, but was it a gay dude?
Very, yes.
It might have been one of the guys that was at my show the night that her husband died.
He couldn't have been more rude upon meeting me. Like, he was insulting from the get. And I ended up sitting down having drinks with him and the person who invited me and a couple of the YAL kids. And the campaign manager's, I think his boyfriend was there as well. But yeah, it was eye-opening to look behind that little curtain for a couple hours.
There's a lot of gay Republicans. That's the weird thing, man. And they're not very vocal about it, but like, that's what one of my friends is fiance, girlfriend, whatever she is, works like within the Republican Party. And he's like, they don't trot them out a lot because there's still a lot of social conservatives out there. But you would be surprised how many gay Republicans there are that like work in the back offices of the Republican Party.
And they're fucking bitchy.
Yeah. They're very catty, very catty. But yeah, that's what he told me. No, I'm pretty sure that was the same guy that booed me the night that her husband died. Because it was two gay guys that worked with her, so I'm assuming that's the same people. But yeah,
could have been them, could have been others. You know, who knows? How many?
It could be there. Yeah, the log cabin Republicans, I think they're called. Anyway, should we wrap this bitch up?
Sure, we might as well.
Yep.
It's been a good night, guys.
One more episode.
Be back next week for one more, and then I'll be taking a break, and you'll be able to catch Caleb in a few weeks after that. Hopefully
Outlaw Streamers. Yep.
More information on when he'll be going live for us, but I definitely look forward to hearing your first.
For sure. Well, it won't be. It won't be a live show. It'll be pre-recorded once I start doing a full show because I won't have time to do the live. We don't want to go live at night. So, but yeah, no. Once I start doing some little videos and stuff here and there, combination of shit, we'll start sharing them. And then once I'll start sharing them on my page. And then once the show kicks off around fall time, then we'll have that ready to go. But yeah, really excited turning the page, and it's gonna be lots of fun.
Congratulations to you. I
appreciate it. Thank you very much. It means a lot.
Absolutely.
Can I do plugs real quick for shows?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Let me see. I don't want to get the name of the place wrong. Let's see. Thursday, August 4th. It's my mom's birthday, but she's going to be out of town, so it doesn't count. Ditmar's Orchard in Potawatomi County, Iowa. It's not in an actual city. It's just in the town or in the county. It's at 7 p.m. Then Friday and Saturday, I'll be at the Backline downtown doing Alan Watts and Bill Queen's show. The 13th, I'll be headlining a show at Beach House. The 19th, oh no, that 19th is my fiance's birthday. I'm off that weekend.
Better be.
The 26th, we'll be having the roast battles. The 25th, I will be headlining at Brick Street Tavern out in West Omaha.
Nice.
The 9th of September, Harmful Content Comedy will be back. The 11th, you can see me in Wichita, Kansas. I think it's the 24th. I'll be out in Holdridge, Nebraska for Tyler Capel, I believe is pronounced. He's got me going out there.
Capel,
so out there, yeah, for his little campaign event. I'll be doing
going
some
out there
time
with Noe and Terrence.
Monty,
that's right.
Monty, I think.
Sorry.
No, yeah. So it's Monty's for sure. I'm not sure on Noe yet, but we'll know soon. And then
That'll be a good show.
October, I'll be in Lincoln. So that's for a headlining gig out there. I don't have a date on it yet, but I know it's going to be October on a Saturday. So it'll be fun. Lots of stuff. I'm busy. I got all kinds of shit going on. It's good to be busy though, but it's going to be.
It is.
I usually kind of chill once we get into October because that's kind of like I'll chill in July and I'll chill in October, and then the rest of it's just kind of a grind. So that's what we got. So
all right,
we appreciate it. Thank you guys so fucking much. We'll see you next week for the last hurrah for now.
All right.
Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much.